Welcome and congratulations on your student's acceptance to UConn. Your support and guidance has landed your student at one of the top public institutions in New England, and you all should be very proud. My name is Erica Granoff, and I am the Director of Student Services at the UConn Stanford campus. This presentation will discuss some of the common changes your students will face, as well as the adjustments you all will go through as parents and guardians, and ultimately how we best can work together. The transition from high school to college can be described as a roller coaster. Though your student is excited for this opportunity and they may think they know what is ahead of them, there are often several twists and turns that can get in their way and cannot be prepared for. This said, we want to make you aware of some of the common stressors your student may go through during their first semester of college. Greater academic demands is one of those stressors. So the workload from high school to college is increased. The set of expectations for the college rigor and structure is that much more heightened, and this can be challenging for our students. Being in a new environment with new responsibilities and expectations. They have become familiar with their high school environment, sometimes even their peers from K through 12th grade. And now they're going to be engaging with new folks, new faculty, new students, and also be in a setting that they are unfamiliar with. Time management issues are very common among college students, particularly in their first and second semester of their college experience. They have to factor in potentially a commute to campus. Do they have enough time getting to and from their courses? Also, they may be balancing family responsibilities with work-related responsibilities in addition to their academics. There often are several financial responsibilities that students become stressed about. How will I pay for my total cost of tuition? I have an outstanding fee bill that's preventing me from enrolling in my courses. I need the extra funds, but I don't want to burden my parent or guardian. Learning to deal with a new sense of independence. The college experience is supposed to be one where students grow and develop into their unique individual self. Part of that is becoming responsible for their actions, becoming responsible for asking questions, so on and so forth. This can be a huge learning curve for our students, even though it's a great one in the long run because they're learning to grow and develop into young adults. There could be changes in family relations as well as in peer relationships. During this new stage of one's life, people are growing and changing, and this can be a bit challenging trying to navigate these relationships. Students are not the only ones going through a state of change. Parents and guardians commonly experience changes when their students go away to college. These changes may consist of empty nest. How many of you have heard of the empty nest syndrome? This is when your student may be the first child going away, or they may be the last child going away to college. So having a change in your family structure and what your household looks like is a huge adjustment. You may have more time to yourself. What am I going to do with all this time? When most of your time previously was devoted to your student, supporting them at extracurricular activities, making sure they're prepared to go to school, so on and so forth. You may have a sense of sadness due to letting go. This is an opportunity for adult relationships with your child. So what does that relationship with your son or daughter look like now? Is it shifting? Is it growing? Is there struggle? This is a huge opportunity that we hope that our parents and guardians take advantage of to have a more adult relationship with their student. You will have less access to your student's academic information. This is a huge change for parents and guardians, particularly since you've been so involved from your K through 12 experience with your student, and now information is not easily obtained. Now we're going to transition into FERPA. How many of you have heard of FERPA before? FERPA is the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act. This is a law that limits the information university officials may share with parents or guardians. As stated, this is a huge transition as information was easily obtained from your K through 12 students' experience. At the college level, we cannot discuss your students' financial aid, their conduct, and academic records without your students' permission. This is really important to know as your son or daughter will have the ability to grant you permission or access to their academic records. So your student has the ability to provide certain permissions to a family member or to a guardian. There is a FERPA PIN and there is something called delegated access. A FERPA PIN will allow you the ability to speak with a university administrator via the phone, whereas delegated access will give you access to your student's student administration account, where you would be able to see their records, course availability, what courses they actually enrolled in, their grades, and information such as that. Should your student choose to provide permission to a family member or guardian, they will create a 4-digit access code which will need to be presented to professionals at the university. University members will often ask you for your FERPA PIN. If you do not have a FERPA PIN, we unfortunately cannot share specific information regarding your son or daughter. However, we will be able to share general information such as policies and processes that we have within the university. As stated, students may also give their parent or guardian delegated access. This will be access to view your student's student administration account. FERPA can get confusing, and the easiest way to remember what FERPA is that it is like the HIPAA of higher education. So when your son or daughter goes to a medical appointment and the doctors can't share specific information with you, that is kind of what FERPA is like. Without the permission or the presence of your student, we as university officials are very limited with information we can share. Now that we have shared information about FERPA and the limitations university officials have with regards to sharing information, we think it's very important for us all to work together. We would like to offer some advice on how to best support and work with your student as well as the university. First and foremost, we encourage you to be a cheerleader, a supporter, a consultant for your student. Often, students will need encouragement and motivation, and who to best receive it from than their parent or guardian. Teach your student to advocate for themselves. Self-advocacy is critical. Asking that question to that faculty member, being comfortable going up to a staff member asking for help with services, so on and so forth, is extremely important for the college experience and beyond. Encourage your student to explore and be honest with themselves. Resist the urge to immediately step in. This is going to be a huge challenge, as you've probably supported your son or daughter for the past 18 years. We ask that you step back for a moment and allow your son or daughter to speak for themselves, to reach out to those support services on themselves, and to appropriately advocate as necessary. Encourage your student to seek assistance as necessary and to utilize our various services on campus at the Stanford campus, as well as some services they have access to at the main campus. Asking for help shouldn't be looked down upon. It should be embraced, encouraged, because we are all here as university staff members and officials to help support your son or daughter. As mentioned, it is important for your student to utilize resources we have on campus. In order for you to best support your son or daughter, we wanted to make you aware of some of our services specific to the Stanford campus. We have an advising center. This center houses our professional advisors who work with students regarding academic policy, course registration, and academic status. Student activities is a great office for students who are interested in getting involved on campus, student leadership positions, event development, leadership opportunities, etc. The Center for Career Development can help your student with their first college level resume, cover letters, interview skills, and professional experience that can be provided through their various events, career fairs, etc. The source for active learning is our tutoring center. We offer tutoring in writing as well as in what we call Q courses, so various math and science courses. This is free of charge as it is included in your students' cost of attendance. It is encouraged for students who are struggling with academic subject matters to utilize the services within the source for active learning and meet with one of our various tutors. We have a fitness center and a game room. These are two spaces for our students to de-stress, to engage with their peers, to find relationships that they could foster for the first time on campus. We have case managers. We have a mental health resource center where we have 2 clinical case managers who are here to work with our students in need. They are here to help with levels of stress, mental health concerns, so on and so forth, and will connect students to local resources. Disability Services. Our Center for Students with Disabilities helps support students who may have a learning or physical disability. They provide potential academic accommodations for students and also serve as another layer of support on our campus. These are some of the resources that we chose to highlight for you, and there are additional resources on our campus that can be accessed by your student. It's also important to know that our students may also access resources on the main campus as needed. While this isn't the way we hope to meet our parents and guardians, we do want to say that we are excited for your son and daughter to arrive on campus and hopefully have the opportunity to meet you all in person. Thank you for your time and welcome to the UConn family. Not only is your student a part of the UConn family, but we believe our parents and guardians are as well.